Heed the sound. Ringo TV. Ringo TV. Ringo TV.
Welcome to another edition of Black Male Advice TV. I'm your host, Ringo. Make sure you click the like button, subscribe, and support the content.
Yo, what's going on, fam? Black Male Advice TV. You already done know. The best channel on YouTube. Bringing you quality content like no other. Black Male Advice TV. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click that notification bell for more content. Today, what we're going to deal with is an interesting topic. Title: Content Prostitutes. Welcome to the show. You already done know what it is, fam. We're number one in the game. Best content creator on YouTube, hands down. We got an interesting show for you. What we're going to be talking about is content creators that are prostitutes. You see, I'm the one who pretty much am the pioneer of the talking point. Content prostitutes. What we're going to dive into are 10 characteristics of these kind of individuals. Because you know, in these YouTube streets, I got to regulate things because nobody's regulating anything. So I got to make you understand the real, because when I look in these streets, there's a lot of prostitution going on. I don't like that. A lot of dudes are prostituting themselves. A lot of women are prostituting themselves. And it's sad because everybody's doing it for a view, trying to grow. Nobody don't know how to rock out on their own. Nobody's a one-man band. Everybody need to ride somebody's coattail. I understand that. But anyway, shout out to everybody joining in. Jah, son of Yah, what's going on? Logos, LCN, Peppy, Edino, Renee, LL Lewis, Mookie, Hulk Strong. Let me see. Awaken Blurred. What? Awaken Blurred. You changed your name again. Let me see. 88 Soul. What's going on? Appreciate everybody coming through. You already done know what it is, fam. We always provide you with the best content, man. We don't waste no time. We don't, just sit around playing around, just wasting energy. We actually have content to create. So make sure you hit that like button, fam. It's very important that you do that, because when I put on these shows, we about to go somewhere, because there's a lot of prostitution going on in the space and it needs to stop. It's not cool. A lot of cats is guilty. We about to bring out the characteristics. So if you're a content creator and you fit one or more of these characteristics, you are a content prostitute. Yeah. On deal with it right now, fam, because these guys over here, they don't understand the real. So without further ado, what we're going to go into is a receipt. Now, the reason why I got to bring out this receipt is to substantiate the fact that I am the originator of the talking point. Because you're going to have a lot of cats that they're going to try to copy. Because you know they always copying my style. I mean, come on, fam. I'm number one. I can't help it. But when it comes to these talking points, I'm going to start to timestamp all my talking points, because a lot of these cats, they like to steal my points and the things that I say, and they try to spin it different ways, try to act like they the one that started something. No, I'm the one that started this. And I did that on my previous stream just yesterday. So we about to get into this business right now and talk about the real. To everybody that's in the chat, remember, no profanity in the chat. Make sure you keep all your comments clean. Code all cuss words with asterisk symbols so that everything is good. What's up? B-Dub Man in the building. What's going on? You know what I mean? All right, y'all. I was gonna do 2 shows back to back, but I'll save it for later in the afternoon or in the morning. Mainly the afternoon. But again, the title of the show, if you're now joining in from the clouds, is 10 characteristics of content prostitutes. Content prostitution is something that's going on in these spaces, and I need for everybody to know so we can hold those that are guilty of this crime accountable for their actions, because it's sad to see. So without further ado, we're going to go take a look at this particular receipt. We're going to hear the footage. We're going to see what I had to say. This is a clip from my previous live show that I did the other day, where I made it very clear that on the 17th, I timestamped the fact that these particular talking points is my original talking points. If you hear anybody else talking about content prostitutes, panel prostitutes, any sort of anything with any sort of nonsense about prostituting on panels and content and this and that, they got it from me. And I need to make that very clear, because a lot of you guys are out here stealing my intellectual properties and you don't want to pay no respect. So now we're going to deal with this, because in that previous stream that I did, I gave the actual definition of what a content prostitute do. So without further ado, let's roll this footage, hear this audio, and then we're going to get into these 10 points. Let's go. It's a space where you really can't trust people. And my greatest advice to any of you cats out there in the clouds, anybody that's a content creator coming up in the game, do your own thing, fam. Do your own thing. Notice the timestamp. Notice that. March 17th, 2020. It's when I made this stream titled, "They Want to Be Saints, but They're All Sinners." Let's go. Don't do no collaborations. You know what I'm saying? Don't go on nobody's panels. You understand? Do your own thing. Rock out by yourself. Do your own shows. Learn the game yourself. Don't allow nobody to have you on their platform where they can say, yo, it was me that made you. Don't do none of that, fam. Facts. Don't prostitute yourself on YouTube as a content creator. I might have to make a full show about that, but let me talk about it now before these guys go and copy. That's right. A lot of these content creators are actually prostitutes. What do I mean? Well, a content creator that prostitute themselves is a content creator that want to be on someone else's platform every minute. It's like you want to go to somebody else's spot so that you can shine. Yep. Let me see if I could go to this content creator. Hopefully I'll gain some subscribers. Hopefully my views will go up. Hopefully I'll get a cash app. That's what you call a content prostitute. Yep. Now that's an original talking point. Let's see how many of these guys in the space copy. You already done know they ready. We got it on record, on file right now. On record, on file, Thursday, March 17th, 2020. Content prostitutes. That's what we see in the space. Anytime you see a content creator traveling around on tour in the space, That's a content prostitute. You understand? That's what it is. Because as a content creator, right, you're supposed to focus on doing what you do, building you. Facts. Not trying to go on someone else's platform in hopes to do some sort of collaboration to build yourself up. That's not what you do. People that do that are thirsty for attention. You know, a lot of these guys, right, they love to say that women are thirsty for attention, but nah. On the contrary, black men are more thirsty for attention than women. Yeah, they really are. Let's listen to some more of this guy. Now, that being said, fam, it's very clear about content prostitution. Content prostitution is running rampant in this space. A lot of content creators, they really are not original. They really cannot grow on their own. They really have no real value. It's sort of like a group of thugs hanging out, and they believe there's power in numbers. So they try to link up with one another to try to get their so-called strength together to look strong. But if you were to catch one of these cats by themselves, and you catch them slipping by themselves, they can't hold their own. They can't hold their own weight. That's why they need other people. Because when they find themselves in a rough place, they try to ride the coattail of another person. So what we got again in the space is a lot of content creators that really don't know how to move in these streets. See, a lot of them are like that. A bunch of rats looking for some cheese, standing by the car of other content creators' platform, trying to get put on. See, that right there is prostitution, fam. I'm gonna call it out because I see it clear. A lot of cats in this space, fam, is prostituting themselves, and it's not looking cool. Like, a lot of you brothers is thirsty. Thirsty for fame, thirsty for cash, thirsty for notoriety. You don't know how to move in these streets by yourself. You really don't know what to do. And it's unacceptable, to say the least, to see men do this in this space. So what better point than to make a video about this so that people can understand the 10 characteristics? Because you that are viewing the stream, you're outside, you're on the outside, you're looking in, you can see what's going on. But see, I'm a content creator. I actually see these streets. I know what's going on. Being that I make content, I can see how things move. And what I see in the space is disgusting, because a lot of cats, they depend on other people. And it's like they're selling themselves, trying to get the attention of other people. You see it happening all throughout the space. Cats can't even rock out by themselves. Look at what I'm doing, fam. I'm rolling by myself, solo. I don't need none of these cats. You know what I mean? None. I rock out by myself, do my own thing, produce my own content, keep my own production value, do what the hell I gotta do by myself, fam. I don't need none of that nonsense trying to sell myself, trying to sell myself for some cash, trying to beg other people and please help me this and could I please rock with you, fam? No, I don't got no time for that, fam. That's not a good look. As a grown man, you're supposed to rock out. You see, as a music producer, I get a lot of people, they come to me talking about, yo, man, could I collaborate? And I'm looking at these dudes like, your social media is empty. Like, what work did you actually do? Like, why am I working with you? For what? What did you do? See, a lot of cats, they're looking for other people to open a door for them when they put in no work. If you go into the music industry and you're trying to get put on as a rapper, first thing they're gonna ask you is about your social medias. They're gonna see like how you popping, what's going on? What's going on with your music online? Are people feeling you? What's really going on? If you don't got no shine, no sort of buzz happening, nothing's going on, ain't nobody gonna be willing to work with you, to do any sort of business with you, because it's really nothing worth getting involved in. It's like Mayweather taking a fight with a so-called opponent that really ain't bringing in no numbers. This particular person don't have nothing going on. They're just looking for a payday. Mayweather could see that a mile away. And a lot of you content creators, sad to say, you out here prostituting, and other people in the streets, they could tell that you thirsty. They could tell that you just looking for some cheese. I mean, it is what it is. Everybody want to eat. But at the same time, there got to be a level of respect for the game. You see, YouTube is a business. At the end of the day, everybody is here to make money. Ain't nobody here to play no games. I ain't here to just sit around and just talk, and I'm not getting paid for what I do. Every man supposed to get paid for his work. That's the bottom line. But at the end of the day, a lot of cats are prostituting themselves. It's a big difference. So what I'm gonna give you here, fam, is the 10 characteristics. The 10 characteristics of content creators that are prostituting themselves. I want you to really understand what's going on here. I want you to see and know what's going on. And shout out to the Red Mask channel for the super chat. He said, I see you, Ringo, do your thing. It is what it is. Appreciate your support. You know, somebody got to talk about this, man. Somebody got to talk about this. So, that being said, fam, you already done know. Let's get into this, man. Let's find out what's going on in these streets. What's really good? What are the 10 characteristics? Well, I got my list in front of me, so I'm gonna read them as I go. And shout out to everybody in the clouds, everybody coming into the show. Make sure you click that like button. Now, these 10 characteristics, if any content creator you see is operating under these characteristics, they are a content prostitute. Make no mention, because there's a lot of them out here, and we got to deal with it. Because just like in the world, we see prostitution, we see it online, OnlyFans, all these different places. Well, it's also on social media. There is such thing as a content prostitute. People that they have no shame. They prostitute themselves to get to the top. Let's take a look at these particular characteristics. Number 1, content creators who hop from panel to panel, trying to interact in other spaces to appear like they're down and cool with others when they're not. Are you paying attention? Think about what I just said. Content creators who hop from panel to panel, trying to interact with in other spaces to appear like they're down and cool with others when they're not. You see, you got a lot of content creators that are in these spaces that panel hop, panel jumpers. They jumping from one panel to the next panel, to this panel, to that panel. For what? I'm glad you asked that question. To be seen. They're really not cool with the people. They really don't even like those people. But it's an opportunity to prostitute yourself so that you can win a new audience. Rather than you organically doing what you do on your own platform to grow organically. Let's go and prostitute ourselves somewhere else. It's like you are a musician, a rapper, singer, whatever the case is, right? You're doing music and you walk up in Macy's with a bunch of CDs and you are spamming the store, harassing everybody, trying to act like, you promoting all your stuff inside of their store. That's their business. Their business is to cater to the people that want to buy cologne, dishes, clothing, whatever have you. But you're in there trying to promote your album. Wrong avenue, wrong method. You're prostituting yourself. You understand? There's methods and ways you can do that. You could be outside the store, but you go in the store. You try to act like you're shopping, but really you're not. Can I get a witness, fam? You got content creators that are acting like they're shopping. They're acting like they're interested when they go to these panels, but really they're not. They're just pulling up because it's an opportunity to prostitute themselves, to sell their image in hopes that the people that are listening or the people that are on the panel will recognize them and say, oh, so-and-so is over here. That's what's up. And now they go to their platform and they gain a new subscriber, a new Cash App, a new dollar. Because see, the prostitution goes deep because it's happening all around you. A lot of people are upset right now. They're mad because I'm exposing the game. I'm exposing exactly what's going on. When it comes to this particular type of prostitution, let me break it down even deeper because we're just on number 1. We got 10 to go. When content creators panel hop and jump from one panel to the next, right? They're really not doing that because they are interested in the topic at hand. If you notice, when you watch their body language and what they're talking about, they're really not focused in on the topic at hand at all. They're not. What they're there for is this. Let's say, for example, you are looking for money. And for whatever reason, on your platform, you drained all the resources of everybody that support you. Well, what happens is this. You run out of resources because the people that actually support you, they don't have no more money to actually give you. So now you got to go find some new supporters. So how do you do that? You panel hop. You got to prostitute yourself. Got to sell your behind out in these streets. That's what's really going on. I mean, it is really real. You got to just open your eyes and see it for what it is. So when they go to these panels, their hope is that they could gain about 5 subscribers, 10 new subscribers, whatever the case is, because that pretty much translate into 5 more Cash Apps or 5 more Super Chats. Like new Super Chats, not the same old Super Chats, because a lot of times content creators that prostitute themselves, right, they depend on people to financially support them. Now, again, there's nothing wrong with making money because after all, YouTube is a business. The problem is the prostitution gets to the point where the host actually take advantage of the people that actually supports them. And this particular method is similar to that in the Christian church. Similar when you go to church and the pastor and the preacher constantly telling you to come to the offering, come to the altar and give your offering, passing around a bucket every 5 minutes, pay your tithes. We need an offering for this, building fund, an offering for the children's ministry, an offering for that ministry, an offering for this. Well, you see the same thing here in these YouTube streets. Cash App this, Cash App that, Cash App this, Cash App that. Hey, hit that Cash App, y'all. Hit that Cash App. Hit that Cash App right now. Hit that Cash App right now. And speaking of Cash Apps, let me make sure I shout out these people that supported me the other day. Shout out to Michael for the 10 on the Cash App. Shout out to John for the 5. Shout out to Nasia, I believe that is, for the 20 on the Cash App. And shout out Steven for the 3. Appreciate y'all for y'all support. All right? Now, I didn't have to tell them to hit the Cash App. They just, recognize the work and decide to support. You see the difference? See, if you look at the show and the stream, you'll have a Cash App link. I believe everybody know what that means, right? So if I'm saying hit the Cash App every single minute, right? It's very annoying because what it does, it takes away from the value of the actual production. You see what I'm saying? It's sort of like a homeless person standing outside saying, do you get my point? If you're producing content and the people love what you do, they will support you. Bottom line, there's really no way around this. Can I get a witness, anybody? If the people rock with you, the people will support you. So what happens is a lot of content creators are abusing their viewers and their listeners by continually, over and over, just like the Christian church, passing around a bucket, passing around an offering plate. And that is a form of prostitution because it exhausts the resources of their fan base to the point that they have to now panel hop. And panel hopping is to remedy when they have exhausted their resources. If I come to your platform, let's say, for example, you're a content creator and I come to your platform, and every time you say hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App, hit the Cash App, and I hit your Cash App of $5 today, $5 tomorrow, $5 that day. I mean, I'm Cash Apping you every damn day. After a while, I'm gonna need to pay my rent. After a while, I'm gonna realize that, I need some groceries. I done Cash Apped you like damn near $500 already. Like, damn, that's a lot of money that I Cash App this brother. So now, when you exhaust the resources of your fan base and they could no longer Cash App or Super Chat or whatever the case is, you'll notice a dip in what you normally make. And when this happens, you start to panic because you realize like, wow, I'm running out of money. So this is where panel hopping actually comes in. Panel hopping is designed to get new viewers, right? So you could get new Cash Apps. And it's really sort of like a scam. It's sort of like you're pimping the people just like the Christian church. You're really not giving them no substance. You're just actually waiting for them to give you some sort of support. And that to me, fam, is content prostitution. You will not hear nobody break it down like this, fam. Nobody. Let's move on to the next. Let's go. Let's see what we have here. Number 2. Content creators who kiss other content creators' boots for attention when they notice their channels are growing in hopes to ride their wave. Man. This right here is serious. Content creators who kiss other content creators' boots for attention when they notice their channels are growing in hopes to ride their wave. We see this type of stuff in the space all the time. You'll have a content creator, channel is growing, they're gaining momentum, things is popping off. All of a sudden now, everybody wanna gather around that content creator and big them up, shout them out, defend them all day. Why? Because they're prostitutes. And the content creator that's actually growing is the pimp. So what these particular content creators are doing is essentially prostituting themselves to that content creator in hopes to be in their good graces so that they can eat off their master's plate. That's what's going on in these streets. That's called content prostitution. because they're kissing other content creators' boots for attention. They can't rock out on their own. You see, a man that is mature and understand this game, that understand the business, he understand that in order to see the breakthrough as a content creator, you got to be consistent in the work that you do. And you can't get stuck in one niche where you are stuck doing the same thing. You got to diversify your channel. You got to have a menu of content for people that want this, a menu for content that people want over here, and some content that people want over there. You got to know how to have a menu that is satisfying for all of your viewers. But what happens is sometimes content creators, because they really don't know what else to do in order to grow, so what they do is they latch on to a creator that their channel is starting to take off. You'll see this all over these YouTube streets. Content creators' channels are growing. All of a sudden, everybody want to do some sort of collaboration with them. Why? That's called content prostitution, fam. Content prostitution. See what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody that's, supporting via Super Chat. I appreciate that. And because I want to stay focused on the message. I don't want to keep on shouting out all the time, but I appreciate everybody that's, supporting the show. I really do appreciate that. But if you notice, it's stopping my flow. So I want to keep it moving. All right. So when it comes to number 2, content creators who kiss other content creators' boots for attention when they notice their channels are growing. If you see content creators bigging up people, and it seems like everybody's bigging up the same person, or they go into the same person, and everybody's trying to work with the same person, those are all prostitutes, fam. Those are prostitutes. Content prostitutes. They need to go to the next level, so they need somebody to take them there. And they're dependent on riding the coattail of somebody else. They can't rock by themselves. Most of these content creators in this space cannot rock by themselves at all. They cannot. They cannot put on a show and just do that consistently for a whole year without trying to be around somebody else. They need other people in order to grow. They need other men in order to save them. They need other men to help propel their name. They can't rock out on their own. And that's sad, because as a content creator, you need to hold your own. This is how it was back in the day. All of the OGs, the real OGs of YouTube, not these content creators today. I'm talking about the real OGs from back in the day when I was there, from 2005, 2006 to about 2009. Them content creators back then, they rocked out by themselves. By themselves. And they did what they did organically. And then their channel started to take off. And eventually, as time permitted, maybe you might have had one content creator work with another. But they didn't depend. Notice what I said. They didn't depend on constantly prostituting themselves to be noticed. You see that? That's what's happening in these streets. But people don't understand that. You understand? So they get to the point where it's like they constantly do this, kissing each other's behind and worshiping each other and trying their best to get the attention of other people. And it's sad when you look at that, fam. It's sad to see men and women, because women do it too. A lot of females do that. They prostitute themselves all over YouTube. Just look at all the previous videos that I did about certain females. Think about how many panels they jumped up on. What do you think they were doing? Prostituting themselves, trying to get noticed, trying to make people notice who they are. They couldn't rock out by themselves. So they had to jump on other people's pages and try to leech and steal from them. They don't really care about them. They're not really even cool with them. They're just using the opportunity to try to grow their platform. And if you notice, a lot of people that actually practice what I'm talking about in terms of kissing boots and actually panel hopping, once their channel start to grow after they done did this prostitution, if you notice, you don't see them actually working with those very same people that they were leeching off of. You don't see them working with them no more. Why? Because they got what they wanted. What they wanted was to grow. They never really cared about you. They never even respected you. And that's a problem. That's why it's called content prostitution. And that's my talking point. That's why I'm defining the whole thing now so that you can understand it. In case you see it in the space, you can recognize when people are prostituting themselves. Now, that being said, number 3, content creators who super chat other content creators in hopes to get a shout out to gain new subscribers. Do you see what I'm saying? Prostitution, fam. Let's break it down. If you like the work that I do, you feeling my production value, you gaining something from my content, right? And you a content creator, and you show love, support my platform, whatever the case is, and you're doing it because you just want me to shout you out, right? Big you up and tell all my following, go subscribe to so and so and so, and you did it for that reason, then guess what? Your super chat, what you did wasn't really in support of me. You were just prostituting yourself to gain something from me. And people do that all the time, fam. People do that all the time. Let me tell you something, fam. If you support somebody's platform and you give them you contribute to their channel, you donate, whatever, via Cash App, whatever the situation is, and you do that, that's supposed to come from your heart because that's what you want to do. See, the people that I just read off their Cash Apps, and I prefer that people actually support via Cash App, because when you support via Super Chat, you're just throwing your money away because YouTube takes 30%. So I always tell people all the time, I have a community post about that. I said, anytime you support this platform, support via Cash App. That way I actually get the support that you give. And then I can give a shout out to everybody that supported in the next show. That way we keep the business flowing forward. There's no breaks in the content. I don't got to stop and pause to shout this one out, shout that one out. We don't want to be doing that nonsense over here. I'll shout everybody else out in the next show together as one whole. But you got a lot of people that come to your platform and they'll try to use the super chat to prostitute themselves. They'll come to your platform and they'll say, boom, throw a 50, throw 100, throw 200. They didn't throw it from the heart. They didn't give it because they really trying to support you. They're doing it to flex. They're doing it to prostitute themselves. They're doing it because they're trying to gain something from you. What they're trying to show is that, look, you know what I'm saying? I can do this. And what it does psychologically, it makes the viewers that are looking on say, damn, so-and-so dropping that, so-and-so dropping this. Let me go over there and see what they talking about. Now what they did, they just got what they needed from your platform. Not only did they get the attention of everybody that's in your viewership, but they also got a shout out and props, and possibly you telling your entire subscriber base, go over there and subscribe. Notice this. When have you seen Kevin Samuels tell all his subscribers, go over to so-and-so and subscribe to their channel? You ain't gonna see that. And if he did that, it's only for key players that actually is a part of his Boule club. Do you understand me? Because those are his members. But at the end of the day, what we have in the space is a lot of people that use the super chat to prostitute themselves. They really don't support you. They just want to be seen. See, the reason why I tell people to Cash App is because it eliminates number 3, that particular form of prostitution. Because when you Cash App me, what you're really saying is, I'm really a supporter and I'm not looking for no clout. I'm not looking for you to shout me out. I'm not looking for nothing. I'm trying to support what you do. That's what it's all about. Do you understand me? But see, they're not doing that. They're not. They want you to shout them out. And you have some people that would get very upset if they if they super chat you and you just don't shout them out. They get furious. Because in their mind of mind, they weren't doing it because they wanted to support you. They were doing it because they wanted to get something from you. And this is very important for people to see and understand and know. Number 4, content creators who drop large sums of money in the super chat of creators they're trying to impress, to buy their loyalty and to impress viewers. Wow. You see that? You see that? Again, more prostitution with the super chat. Now, this form of prostitution is as follows. You have a content creator who is actually applying the majority of these particular characteristics. Let's say point number 1, content creators who hop from panel to panel, trying to interact in other spaces to appear like they're down and cool with others. Then when they're not, right? Okay, when you combine number 1, right? And you go back to number 4, you combine those two, you'll have a content creator who is dropping large sums of money. We've seen this take place many times on Kevin Samuel's channel, where you had people dropping 200 every single day, to the point where people started to recognize their name. And before you know it, that person was on people's channels doing interviews. That's prostitution. Because what it does, it make you noticeable. And people do that to impress the content creator, to shout their name out. If I was to ask anybody in the chat, who was one of Kevin Samuel's main supporters that supported him every single minute, dropping $200, $400, $500 in the super chat every single night during the pandemic, how many of you people in the chat would even know his name? I can guarantee you somebody would know his name. If you know his name, just post his name. I don't mind. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But my point is to put out the information. No, they weren't dropping nothing. I'm talking about people dropping $200, $400, $500 every single night. Let's see if anybody know. Nobody don't know? I guess y'all don't really know anything, man. Forget it, man. I'm not even gonna waste my time. I don't see not one person know. Nobody don't even know. That's sad. That just, hey, if you don't know, you don't know. But none of you know. But there were people that was in his chat that was dropping $200 to $400 every single night, every day. Every single day. The same amount of money. Well, what that is called, that's content prostitution. It make you a part of that person's team, and it's to impress them. It's to impress them to the point where it make that person think that you're loyal. It make that person feel like you're a part of them, and you're solidifying your spot with them. You're buying loyalty. You're trying to impress them so that you could get next to them. So if you figure you can pay your way into their company, you do that. That's what's really going on. But people don't want to know. And by the way, the person's name's Ike. I'm surprised y'all didn't even know that. All right, let's move on to number 5. Content creators who beg and seek multiple creators for collaborations at the same time. That's prostitution, fam. Prostitution. Prostitution at its best. When content creators beg, seek, and go to various key content creators to try to collaborate with them, to try to work with them, and they're doing that to multiple creators, that's prostitution. It's likened to what a woman would do. See, brothers, when you are out here in these streets and you dating a sister, chances are she got the phone number of other men on her phone and she's mixed mingling with them as well. That's not a woman that's faithful. That's not a woman that's really gonna rock with you to the end. That's not a woman that's really trying to get to know you. She's trying to get to know multiple men so that she could benefit from them all. You see that? You see that? So when a content creator is trying to collaborate with multiple content creators at the same exact time, meaning that this particular content creator is reaching out to this one, reaching out to that one, reaching out to that one. It's like this person is trying to get on with everybody. That's a prostitute. That's a content creator that is prostituting themselves. That's a content creator that is thirsty. That content creator wants fame. That content creator wants attention. That content creator is acting like a woman. Do you follow what I'm saying? Because you can't get to know or build a relationship with a content creator if you are in every other content creator's space trying to collaborate with them. You got to build relationships to actually do these things. Do you follow me? So when a content creator is out there trying to mix mingle with this one, that one, that one, that one, he's not really building relationships. He's just trying to get put on. That's prostitution, fam. You need to recognize the game, recognize it for what it is. I can see it a mile away. You know what I'm saying? I'm in these streets. I know what's going on. But it's sad because we have a lot of people that actually do that, fam. You see? Content creators who beg and seek. Now, there's 2 types of begging. You got content creators that are literally harassing other content creators to actually work with them. And then you got content creators that'll seek out to work with other people. My point is this. Working with someone is one thing. Working with someone is one thing. But when you are trying to work with everybody, you are prostituting yourselves. If you're trying to work with me, but you're trying to work with him, and you're trying to work with him, and you're trying to work with her, and you're trying to work with her, you prostituting yourself at this point. You're confused. You really don't know who you want to work with. You're trying to just reach out to everybody in hopes that somebody will work with you. That's prostitution. That means you're not loyal to nobody. That means you just trying to get your foot in the door somehow, some way. And I can peep game. I can see right through it. You understand? So if you see anybody walking like that, moving like that, that person is a content prostitute at the end of the day. Right? It is what it is. Let's go to number 6. Content creators who live a fake life online to appear like they're successful in hopes their viewers will buy into whatever they say to gain respect from other content creators. You see that? Content creators who live a fake life online to appear like they're successful. We can see that with the so-called high value man movement. We could see that with how Kevin Samuels faked it till he made it. We can see how he literally acted like he was high value when he was broke. Before the pandemic, he was broke. He ain't have no money like that. He was not high value. He was not making $10K a month. That was not happening. You understand? But he faked it. You believed it because of the image of success, which comes with wearing a suit. It made him look the part. And because of that, viewers bought into everything he said as truth, and it caused other content creators to respect him. So what's happening today is you got a lot of content creators that's following that same method. Project the image of success. Project the image of you got it going on. Talk about how successful you are. Do it all the time. Convince them. Make them believe you. Just like the prosperity preachers. The prosperity pimps in these churches literally project a lifestyle of the rich and famous. Driving fancy automobiles, fancy jewelry. They present all of this stuff before you to make you believe in them. And then they'll tell you, sow a seed and believe God, and you'll get a harvest. And what do? You do the very thing. Why? Because you're trying to be prosperous too. You believe in them. You literally respect them, not because of any integrity. You respect them based off the outer appearance of what they display, not realizing that it's a scam. They're faking it till they make it. And that's what's going on within the space. Content creators who live a fake life online to appear like they're successful in hopes their viewers will buy into whatever they say. See, when a content creator get to the point where their viewers believe that they're so successful and they got everything perfect, their life is perfect, they're doing well, what happens is we get the God complex, and the people will begin to believe anything they say. The content creator can say whatever and they'll just believe it. The content creator can do anything and it'll be believable. It'll get to the point where if somebody tried to hold that content creator accountable, that content creator will be protected by many people. For whatever reason, when everybody try to scrutinize this content creator, he'll be protected by the brigade of a host of people that will come to their defense because this content creator was successful in living a fake life, projecting an image that's false. And because people believed in it so much, they believe that this person is God. Hence, where we get the term Godfather. And this is why whenever I make a video regarding Kevin Samuels, everybody comes out of the woodworks to tell me that I'm a hater. You see how that works? I'm a hater because I'm trying to hold somebody accountable that have a God complex in the minds of people that believe in him as their God. That's what happens in this space many times. Content creators who live a fake life. How many content creators right now on YouTube is living a fake life, projecting a lifestyle that they really don't live, but they need to make it believable in order to gain the respect of other content creators. And what this does, this causes other content creators in whom they're trying to work with and reach to believe that it's worth investing into. You must understand the game. You must understand the game, fam. You must understand how this works. It's very cunning. It's very sneaky how it works. But that's how they move. Let's go to number 7. Creators who never call out the BS of the creators they know. Prostitution. You have a lot of content creators that are so loyal to other content creators that they could be wrong, misleading people, doing bad business, and they would never correct them. They would never hold them accountable. They would never say anything because they don't want to burn down the money train. They don't want to come off as not being loyal. So to stay in their favor, they will turn a blind eye to things that are questionable. They will act like they just don't see the wrong because their job as a prostitute is to cater to their pimp. Their pimp is responsible for their life. Yeah. And this is what's going on in these streets. You see, this video goes real deep. This video is so real that content creators are literally trembling because they're like, man, is he talking about me? See, if the cap fit, let them wear it, right? If you throw a stone into a group of dogs, the first one that bark, oh, that's the one that pretty much got hit. See, my method of operation is very, very, how can I say, brilliant, because I have a way of triggering the emotions of people that are out here doing the very things that I'm talking about. Content prostitution, it's real. A lot of ladies are doing this. A lot of ladies are trying to work with various men. Why? Prostituting themselves. It's happening all over the space because they're trying to get their numbers up. They're trying to get this up. They're trying to get this up. It's happening everywhere you go. And it's all about growth. It's all about building their name. That's what it's all about. They can't organically build by themselves. They need others to help them grow. Content prostitution, fam. They would never call out the wrong of others. How many people are down with various content creators and know they're shady, but will not call out the BS for what it is? They will not call it out. I'm talking about when you know dirt, when you know that somebody's doing wrong, and you sit there and you refuse to call out the BS because you're loyal. You're a content prostitute, fam. You're prostituting yourself. You sold out. That's sad, man. It's sad when you have a muzzle over your mouth because another content creator that you're down with, it's like you can't correct them. You feel some type of way to correct them. If you are down with other content creators and they moving shady and you feel that you can't really correct them because it might start some beef, you're a prostitute at the end of the day. They're your pimp. You're the hoe. And that's sad, fam. That's sad. I don't think any brother or sister should be in a position where you know people are dirty, do dirty business. You know about it, but because you down with them, you trying to eat. You don't want to mess up anything with you. If that's you, that mean that you a prostitute, fam. That mean they control you. You're not in control. You're not in control of your life. They're controlling you. And that's what's happening with a lot of content creators. Right? Number 8. Creators who have battle royal panels with multiple people shouting and fighting all day. These are prostitutes looking for a pimp. Think about that now, fam. Content creators who have battle royal panels with multiple people shouting and fighting all day. These are prostitutes looking for a pimp. Looking for a pimp. You see, when you have panels, you got a bunch of men on the panels. That's ghetto. That's a hood. That's the hood right there. That's a ghetto environment. And what happened is when you have other content creators that want to prostitute themselves, they jump on that panel just to show their face. Yo, look who we got in the building, yo. Prostitution. Why? Because you see an open door to gain attention. It's sad, but a lot of times we say that women love attention, but really it's men. Am I getting in, someone's feelings? If you don't move too much, we won't know that it's you. You got these panels, these battle royal panels with like 8 to 9 to 10 different brothers all on the same panel just running their mouth all day. Those are prostitutes looking for a pimp to control them. They're looking for a daddy. These are normally open panels where anybody could just pop up on. These are where all the prostitutes come in to show face, hoping to get their name out there, hoping that somebody can somehow find them to do what they need to do and put them on. That's what they do, fam. Creators who have battle royal panels, they open the door for everybody. They literally say, here's the link, everybody, here's the link. Come on in. That's a prostitute. That's a person that cannot rock out a show by themselves. Therefore, they need about 8 or 9 guys to be in there with them. They can't rock out. That's a content prostitute. They open the floodgates and a multitude of other men show up on the show. And then you have a shouting match of a bunch of guys. Nobody knows what's going on. Ain't nothing making any sense. But they all up in here making a bunch of noise. A bunch of guys looking for a pimp to show them the way. This is what's going on, fam. I'm trying to show you the game, trying to show you what's going on in these streets. This is what they don't want you to know. They really don't want you to know and understand what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna make you understand because it's real out here. Now, number 9. The going on tour content creator who watch everyone to see if there is a link available for them to jump on their panel to flex for attention. Imagine sitting in your home, looking around these YouTube streets, seeing if you can jump on a panel. Anybody online? Let me see who's online. Damn, I need to get on somebody's panel. That's what's going on in these streets, fam. That's sad. You got grown men that literally go on tour. The go on tour content creator. They on this panel today. They on that platform today. They're being interviewed by that one today. They're being interviewed by that one that day. Interviewed by this person on that person's show. They over there. They over there. You on tour, bro? What's going on? You want me to tell you what's going on? They're practicing number 1. Content creators who hop from panel to panel trying to interact in other spaces to appear like they're down and cool with others when they're not. They're not. They're really just looking for some new cash apps. Sad to say, fam, but that's what's going down in these streets. They're not being interviewed because they're trying to push a message. They're really just trying to get their numbers up. Content prostitution. That's what's going on in these streets. Hope everybody's enjoying the show. Creators who do this are on a mission. A mission to find out who's online, to flex on different panels, different platforms. It's sad, but this goes on every day, fam. This goes on in these YouTube streets all the time. I see it all the time, man. It's disgusting. You see me, I'm just rocking by myself, fam. You ain't gonna catch me doing none of that type of stuff, fam. You know what I mean? I don't got time for that. Because I'm too busy doing what I do. I'm too busy working. But people that got time to be going on tour every day by different platforms, that's a person that is thirsty for attention, fam. Because you can literally do what you do on your platform and rock out. But when you are trying to go to everybody, it's because you're trying to get your number up by using all these other people that believe that they're winning when they are interviewing you, but in truth, you are actually the one winning and they're losing. You see, that's what Kevin Samuels did. During the pandemic, Kevin Samuels was bouncing from panel to panel, going to this channel, going to that channel, doing this show, doing that show. He was on everybody's platform. But notice this, when have Kevin Samuels brought anybody on his panel? When have Kevin Samuels made anyone join his platform and come over there and rock out? When did he ever do that? Never. When have these content creators actually taken the time to help build somebody else up? Never. Never. It's all about the attention. It's all about self-glory, vainglory. That's what it's all about, fam. And it's sad. It's disgusting. But that's what's going on in these streets. They go on tour. They beg, please, could I be on your panel? Please. Please, could you interview me? Please. Thirsty. You don't think other people could see that, fam? You don't see that? It looks bad, fam. From afar, it don't look cute. They don't know how to rock out themselves, man. And see, this is why the original OGs of YouTube, we're able to rock out and do our shows by ourselves. We don't need to be with others in order to grow. And I'm not saying there's no time that you can work with somebody else, but man, cats in this space, they don't even know how to build relationships. They don't even know how to break bread with other brothers. They don't even know how to build a relationship, a business relationship. They just want to rock with you and don't even know you. They don't even support you. They don't even have a track record of supporting your platform. But see, here's the thing, fam. This is how you know when brothers is fake, fam. Check it out, fam. Peep the game. When dudes pop up on your platform acting like they supporting, but they never supported you before. Think about that, fam. In order to prove that you are a loyal brother, you had to been showing that support for a long time. That's like I go pull up by somebody's platform and I hit them off with a 50 spot out of the blue. They've been on YouTube for 10 years. I know who they are, but I never supported them. But I just supported them this one time. And then all of a sudden, I'm trying to work with them. Nah, it don't work like that. You did that not because you were trying to support me. That was a business move on your part. You thought you can buy your way in. So it don't work like that, fam. And a lot of content creators are doing that very thing. They're trying to buy their way on other people's platform. Other people can peep the game, fam. A lot of content creators that got a following, they can peep the game. They recognize thirst. It's just like a woman that's thirsty to be around an athlete. It's just like a woman who's thirsty to be around a celebrity. They can peep the game, fam. They could tell. And see, you have a lot of brothers that are thirsty for that attention. They want that fame. They want that glory. They're willing to sell their soul just to get it. And other men can peep the game and realize, hold up, fam, you're doing too much. You're too desperate, fam. Slow down. You're too desperate. What's going on with you? I never really seen you around my space. I never seen you support me. So like, what's good? Like, what you really trying to do? They know what you trying to do. You trying to eat. You like that so-called rat that we see right there trying to get that cheese. Content prostitution. Can't find no content like this on YouTube from nobody else, because ain't nobody giving you no content. They ain't giving you no content out here. They don't got nothing to talk about. You see, the OGs, we always have things to talk about because we built for this mission. And this is truth, fam. And a lot of people just can't accept that. They don't understand that. But this is how it really is in these streets. You see? So as we understand the truth of what's going on here, we know that this is real. This is real that we see here. This is real talk that I'm sharing with you, fam. They going on tour, content creator who watch everyone to see if there is a link. If you see content creators popping up on everybody platform every damn day, always over here, there, all the different places at the same time, that content creator is not focused on their own personal business. They're not. They're not focused on their personal business. They're not focusing on the things that's important to them. They're not focused on anything. What they're trying to do is they are desperate. They are extremely desperate for attention. And that is a female trait. And it's something that brothers gotta stop do. It's sad. Brothers are supposed to be elevating, but they're not doing that. They're busy congratulating each other, piggybacking off of each other. It goes back to my point of how you have a lot of guys in the hood, a lot of bums, a lot of so-called thugs, pookies and ray-rays. They all hang around the block all night long, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. They all together, grouped up together. They look strong. But if you catch one of them slipping by themselves, they're no longer strong. They need to be around each other to feel empowered. That's what's going on in these streets, fam. Recognize the game. Right? Number 10. We talked about this a little earlier. Number 10. Content creators who beg for donations 24/7 during streams. These are the most annoying because they do it with no shame. You see that? Content prostitutes. That's what's going on in these streets, fam. Content prostitutes. Number 10. It's very interesting. Content creators who beg for donations 24/7 during streams. Let's talk about it. When you're on YouTube, right, as a content creator, you got to understand something. There is a way to do business, and then there is a way to pimp people. When you have to beg for donations, cash apps, super chats, all day, it becomes very annoying. Because here's the thing. What if they don't support you? Are you going to continue to put out content? See, a lot of content creators, if you were to stop supporting them today, they won't put out no more content. They won't put out no more. They will stop. Because it's really not about the content. It's about the dollar. And see, there's nothing wrong with making money, fam. Always remember that. YouTube is a business. But at the end of the day, a lot of cats is begging. And it don't look cool. I'm doing the stream right now. I'm not thinking about hit the Cash App, hit the Super Chat. Not worrying about that. If people feeling what I'm saying, if they like the visuals, they like the production value, they're going to support what I do. They're going to hit the PayPal. They're going to hit the Cash App. I'll check after the show. Oh, I got some support. Boom, bang. Okay, cool. I'll shout those brothers. I'll shout those sisters out in the next show. Keep it moving. But when you're on your show and on your platform, hit the Cash App. Hit the Cash App. Everybody hit that Cash App. And then we look at your production and it sucks. You ain't really doing nothing with the money. Things ain't popping. The crowd ain't seeing you grow. You ain't providing them no value. They don't see no visual growth in your production. They don't see nothing happening on your platform, and you're just basically doing the same thing day in and day out, and there's nothing really there, and you're not providing them no real content, fam. At this point, you become extremely annoying. And you know what happens? People just don't support you no more. And this is where prostitution and content prostitution takes a toll for the worse, and people have to resort to selling themselves all over these YouTube streets. And this is what's going down. See, I've been here since 2006, so I already done know what the game is about. When people support my platform, I put that support right back into the business, because the people deserve to see production. They deserve to see value. Everybody talking about high value, but when you check out their production value, it's trash. Cats are eating, cats are getting that bread, but these cats ain't elevating what they do. So what are they doing? What exactly are they doing? See, of course, you know you got bills to pay, you got things you got to do. We understand that. But viewers and listeners, they really don't like hearing hit the Cash App every single minute. Hit the Cash App, y'all. Hit the Cash App all damn day. It becomes extremely annoying. How many people with a show of a 1 in the chat believe that if a content creator is saying hit the Cash App all day long in the stream, all day long, how many of you with a show of a 1 would be annoyed of hearing the same thing over and over and over and over? How would you feel about that? Because if I got on here and I'm telling people, hit the Cash App all day, you know what it's telling the people? That I'm only here to get their money. It tells them that I'm only doing that stream because I'm just trying to get their money. Now, granted, YouTube is a business. People know that I'm not here just doing what I do for free. I earn a living from what I'm doing. Every content creator earns from what they do. We all do. But at the end of the day, there gotta be a good practice of business and not taking advantage of the people. There are many different opportunities where content creators can earn money. You got sponsorships where you brothers could be sponsored by someone. You can have 1,000 subscribers and have sponsorships on YouTube, fam. But because you brothers are uneducated and you don't know how to do that, you gotta sit around and beg all day. Again, at the end of my shows, I clearly present my Cash App. It be on the screen. People can hit me up whenever they want. But I don't need to keep telling them over and over and over, hit the Cash App, listen, nobody want to hear that, fam. That's prostitution. That's content prostitution, because now when you come on, it's not really about the content anymore. It's about you trying to get paid. And once your viewers realize, like, yo, hold up, bro. Every time you come on, you always doing the same thing. And I'm not really getting nothing, but you got paid. After a while, they're gonna be like, look, I'm not doing this no more. And that's when you're gonna get frustrated. That's when you're gonna say stuff like, look, if you ain't supporting, I'm not doing this. If you ain't doing this, I'm not doing that. If you don't give me this, I'm out of here. That's what's gonna happen. Now, when it comes to hitting that like button, we can all flip and agree. That like button is very important. Telling people to get the likes up, that's very important. You could say that all damn day. Getting them likes up is very important, because when it comes to these streams, when you click that like button, you're pushing the video out there in the algorithm to help the platform reach, to help the engagement. That's the most important thing when you're streaming, is that engagement. It's very important, fam. You understand? It's very important. See, a lot of content creators, they're in their feelings, because what I'm speaking here is facts. You got sponsorships that you can get on YouTube. You can go to companies that actually have products and services, and they can sponsor you. You got companies that can do this and that. There's different programs, affiliate links. There's so many different things you can do in these YouTube streets to actually earn $1. And you brothers are not taking advantage of that. Instead, you just beg all day. That's prostitution. Somebody got to tell you. It's the hard truth, but somebody got to tell you that. It's bad business. Because the day those people stop supporting you in that manner, are you going to continue to rock out and provide that content and be enthusiastic about it and have a lot of good energy about it, knowing you're not getting a damn dime from them? Are you going to do that? And see, this is why the OGs of old was able to rock out in these YouTube streets, because we did what we did for the love of it. We didn't get paid. We did what we did for the love of doing content, whether we got paid or not. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, YouTube is a business and all content creators deserve to be compensated for what they do. But in this space, a lot of people beg too much. They beg too much. Now think about this. Let's say, for example, a content creator is begging people for cash apps and super chats all day. Think about this. You follow their platform. You give them a cash app, but you also follow my platform. And you also follow that guy's platform. And you follow that guy's platform, and we all begging for donations. So now you donating here, 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 here. You just went broke. You see that? You just went broke. And a lot of times content creators don't realize that when you do that every single day, you're exhausting the resources of your fan base. And it's going to get to the point where those people are going to get tired of doing that. This is why we have Patreon sites. If you want support, start a Patreon site. Start to utilize the Patreon site where you have different tiers where people can support you, and build up your Patreon site so that people can actually rock out with you. It's very important. That way you have a stream of income coming in from over there. It's reasonable because you're providing them a service, and at the same time, those are your loyal followers. But begging all day, unacceptable. You're gonna annoy a lot of people. And based on the chat and how people responded, if I was here all day telling them to hit this cash app, and if they don't, I'm not gonna provide no content. You know what that says to the people? It says that I really don't care about providing content. It says that I'm just doing it just to get paid. And again, balance. Every content on YouTube wants to get paid. For most of us, this is our career. This is what we do. Most content creators do this full time. This is their bread and butter. If your viewers stop supporting you via that method, will you be able to survive without them? Think about that. Will you be able to survive? No, you won't. And it will alter the content that you actually present. So how many content creators are actually practicing this? How many content creators are begging? Because that's prostitution. That's content prostitution. It's like a prostitute begging for money just so that she can show you some tits or show you some tail, and she's expecting some cash. And if they don't give it, they'll get mad. Say, well, you ain't giving me nothing, so I'm gonna pull back up my top. That's what a lot of people are doing in the space. That's content prostitution. So, that being said, content creators who beg for donations 24/7 during streams, these are the most annoying because they do it with no shame. It's a very shameful thing to do. It's very shameful. Again, take it how you feel. But see, if you look on the screen, I have a Cash App link right there. I believe everybody can see it. I don't have to tell them every minute, hit that thing. I don't have to do that. That right there is bad business. It's bad business, fam. It's not cool. It don't look good. Because once your value goes up and people really believe in you and they respect what you do, they're gonna support your show. That's the best method there is, fam. Because the reason why I don't do that is because I know a lot of brothers out there, they work a 9 to 5. They may not have all the money in the world. A lot of brothers got families, they got bills of their own. I'm not gonna keep on pressing them give this, give that, give this, give that, give me this, give me this, give me this, give me that. No, fam. That's the wrong stream right there. It's one thing if they donate on their own willingly. See, people gotta willingly support you because they want to. If they want to support you, let them rock out on their own. That's the best kind of support to get, is when a person can look at your content, see your heart, see the value, see what you do. They feel you. And then right after the show, they show you that support because you kept it a buck. You weren't out there panhandling. You weren't out there begging. You weren't out there doing nothing illegal. You were just being real. And you provide the service that was needed. You provided the content that was needed. You did what you had to do. And because of that, they show you the support. That's the kind of support I like. So again, if you fit any of the 10 characteristics of a content prostitute, you need to switch that road, fam, because it's not cool. And see, a lot of brothers, they have a hard time handling the truth because they know what they're doing, fam. They really do. And this is why a lot of content creators despise what I do in terms of the work. Yeah, church preachers do this all the time. This is why I say that the YouTube streets is like the Christian church. You got a lot of pimps. A lot of pimps pimping the people, fleecing the flock. Fleecing the flock. You know what I mean? People get paid weekly, bi-weekly. People don't have no time to be cash apping me $100 every single day. You'll go broke doing that. This is why when a content creator get their following up, you got to learn to be reasonable. You got to learn how to set up a system where people can actually do what they need to do. You know, you got to set up a system by which people can support you, where it's a win-win situation. Everybody want to eat. At the end of the day, we all want to eat. There's enough for everybody to eat. But when everybody greedy and they trying to get what they can get and then they bounce, fam, that's a heist. That's not providing content. That being said, fam, I'm gonna sign out. Got some business to take care of. It is what it is. Y'all already done know what it is, fam. Blackmail Advice TV. We always provide you with the best content on YouTube, the best production value. There ain't nobody else doing this. Hands down, I'm the best. Best in the game. Ringo TV Raw. You already done know. We'll catch y'all later on today for another stream. Keep that production going. Blackmail Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw. There is no other channel, no other platform in these YouTube streets bringing you content like no other than Blackmail Advice TV. Putting in work since 2006 till now. The OG in the space. People are mad. People be hating. But we out here winning. Blackmail Advice TV. The only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100% raw and uncut. Shout out to all the supporters of the show. Shout out to everybody that support. Shout out to everybody that subscribe to the channel. Shout out to all the patrons. Shout out to everybody that clicked the like button. We're providing you with content that you can feel. Providing truth, commentary that is real. No sugarcoating, no nonsense. Make sure you get those likes up on the video. I'll catch you all tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow, later on today with another streams. Blackmail Advice TV, Ringo TV Raw, and we out, fam. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/RingoTVRaw. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at RingoTVRaw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100%